So today there was a very brief arraignment for Roger Stone, probably lasted no more than 10 minutes. It was very procedural and mechanical. Stone, who we know obviously is very loud and boisterous and gregarious, was very quiet and reserved and polite in the courtroom. The only time he spoke was to answer "Yes, Your Honor" about whether he understood the proceedings and the consequences of reneging on his bond conditions. Roger Stone today entered a not guilty plea, which was expected. That's what you do at an arraignment. And basically that just moves the case forward to trial. The judge set another court date before another judge, the trial judge, for Friday afternoon. The magistrate judge who presided over today's status conference effectively kept the same bond conditions in place, so he's going to be allowed to be released. Roger Stone today, I would say, was noticeably reserved and behaved sort of the way you would normally expect a normal defendant to act. Obviously there's a tremendous amount of publicity, but he sat throughout the entire hearing, throughout the entire arraignment with his arm placed on the defense table, spoke only when spoken to, gave sort of perfunctory pat answers that a defendant would give, and then he exited the courthouse without acknowledging the crowd that was gathered here waiting for him to speak. That's a notable contrast to his Friday court appearance, where he came out and flashed a Nixon victory sign and gave a big impromptu press conference. Stone will be back in court on Friday for a status conference before a new judge, the trial judge, Amy Berman Jackson. Then procedurally, the next step that we expect to happen is for the government to supply and provide details of their allegations to Stone and his defense team so that they can prepare a defense, and then we'll get into the ordinary pretrial motions that we would expect. One thing that's notable, though, is that this trial is moving forward with prosecutors from Special Counsel Mueller's team and prosecutors from the United States Attorney's Office in D.C., which suggests to people who are paying attention that Mueller might be preparing to wind down because there are attorneys who are outside of his office who are now involved in this case from the get-go.